I'm Gareth Armstrong from Belfast in Northern Ireland. Hi iTAB. My first marathon was definitely my biggest achievement. That was back in 2016, coming back from having a serious illness, which was meningitis. I didn't think I was ever going to be able to recover from that illness. So to cross the finish line of the Belfast City Marathon in 2016 will always be, to me, my biggest running accomplishment. Well, I was due and on course to complete the Abbot World Marathon Majors at the Boston Marathon in 2020, and you'll see behind me some of the most important medals in my collection, from London 2017, Berlin 2018, Chicago 2018, Tokyo 2019 and New York 2019. The bittersweet thing is that I actually have 6 of the World Marathon Majors in my collection, but it's bittersweet because there's no 6-star Finishers Marathon medal in my collection. The Boston Marathon in 2020 was actually run virtually because of the COVID pandemic. So hopefully 2023 I will be fortunate enough to travel over to Boston and complete the 6th race within the Abbot World Marathon Major Series and join that very small list of people from the United Kingdom and Ireland who are and can quite proudly call themselves 6-star finishers. The Meningitis Research Foundation and a local cancer charity in Northern Ireland here called Cancer Focus NI, who do great work. I also do a lot of organisation for the Royal British Legion in Northern Ireland and organise the now annual 5k Run to Remember event, which is over here in Northern Ireland. My granddad, he was always a great man for recording one of the first people I know to ever have a home video camcorder back in the early 1980s. And I was actually quite lucky enough to find all his old video recording tapes recently, and it was me taking part in a 5k running event in Belfast sometime in the sort of the mid 1980s with my dad, and to have that piece of video footage now as a unique piece of family history and personal history to me, and also a piece of running history also. It's a great thing to look back on, to have that old video recording. The medal itself, I think, is a big thing for any runner. It's just it's a marker of achievement and something that you're going to have for the rest of your life. You can't see it hanging behind me, but one of the most important medals that hangs down in my collection is my dad's 1985 Belfast City Half Marathon medal. And I remember being a small child, I'm not going to give my age away with that, but watching on the pavement, watching my dad and my uncle Tom running the Belfast City Half Marathon. And that has a massive positive impact in your life as a small child, because you want to then replicate what you've seen your dad and your uncle achieve through marathon running at a very small age, and then it inspires, and I hope that I can inspire the younger members of my family. My favourite medal is my most recent medal, is the Belfast City Half Marathon 2022. If you can see it there, it has the Harland and Wolff cranes, 2 of Belfast's most iconic landmarks relating to the Harland and Wolff shipyard, and where the famous ship, the Titanic, was built. And on the back, my most recent iTAB, and I was the 2:30 official pacer for the Belfast Half Marathon this year, and I'm looking forward to pacing the full marathon and half marathon in 2023 for Belfast City Marathon. But the iTAB completes what is definitely my most recent and favourite medal in my collection. Grandad, he is a complete stickler. He gets a Sharpie pen and he records the date and the time of everything, and I mean everything. So that's all family photographs, objects which he's bought on holiday, and that's something I've inherited from him, and I still do the same. I get a Sharpie pen and I write the time and the date on it. So my first marathon in 2016, that was the first time I became aware of iTAB. It's a time mark, it's a piece of history when a date and time and your name is actually physically on the back of the medal with the iTAB. I think that makes it even more unique. Thanks, iTAB.